Hello everyone, welcome to the channel update for October. I hope everyone's September went well, and I hope you're looking forward to spooky season. Not that I'm planning on doing too much spookiness here on the channel, but Secret of Monkey Island has a skull on it. Yeah, that counts, right? So let's go ahead and talk about what we've got going on the channel for this month. So, of course, as is clear, today is the first episode of The Secret of Monkey Island, Special Edition. I have only put up, I've only gotten a couple of videos recorded so far. Luckily, the next couple days are my recording days for it. But I wanted to get a feel for how people wanted me to play it, because I'm playing the special edition, and it's a really neat feature that you can very seamlessly switch between the classic original graphic style and the special edition updated style with voice acting and everything like that. So far, I mean, it is really only been handful of hours since the first episode went live. But so far, people are leaning towards the classic, so I'm going to let a few more go in before I start recording again tomorrow, and kind of get a feel for how people want to see it. So go ahead and let me know what you guys think in the comments of that video, tomorrow's video, and of course this video here. The other stuff going on, of course, is Dragon Quest VIII, A Journey of the Cursed King. That is ongoing. Will probably be ongoing for a while. I am planning to do the post-game, and that is quite lengthy. I should say that the gameplay part of it is quite lengthy. The actual recording part might not be. that that is a different possibility there, but we'll see how that goes. But there's still a lot more of that coming. Of course, with the completion of Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 has started on streaming on Mondays, and we just got into the fourth session yesterday, so that has been ongoing as well. Not digging the combat in it, but I'm liking basically everything else about the game pretty much. I mean, the gacha part where you just roll up lots and lots of blades and then trash most of them. That part's not so good, but I think what I would prefer is if they gave you a very limited number of those core crystals, and it would be a guarantee where eventually, like if you use enough of them, then you get all of the blades. But if there's a worry that some of them are just too strong for the points of the game that you're in, then don't give them to you. Give them to you until you unlock certain, get past certain points in the game, kind of thing. But I do know that was a big criticism of the game, so I did go into it expecting that would happen. Right now, I'm kind of using the start of a stream to generate them, and I may do a little bit different. I don't know, because I want to see stuff on screen, and it does save as soon as you generate them. But it did take a lot of time with the start of the stream yesterday. So I don't know, I need to think about it a little bit more. There's no way for me to just kind of get through a bunch of them and then start out the next session with a good one. So I don't know. I may start doing it at the end of the session so that I can just it doesn't matter as much. I can get into the game at the start of the stream, and then at the end of the stream do it. I don't know. We'll think about it. Or maybe I'll do some at the end, some at the beginning, and some at the end, so that rather than having it all front loaded, we're kind of splitting it between the two. I don't know. Again, go ahead and let me know in the comments what you think about that. Also, over on Zerfall's channel, Holy Umbrella, Dondera no Mubo, or Dondera's Wild, has been going on for, I think, most of this month. Might have started last month. I can't remember. But I did get a playlist up, and I will try to keep that up to date. I have been bad at that recently. But that go check that out on his channel. It's a platformer. It's a very amusing game. I'm really enjoying the characters in it and the expressions and stuff like that, and the voices that we have chosen for our characters. So definitely do check that out. It's been a lot of fun over on his channel. Of course, there is the playlist there, and just give him a subscription as well because he deserves it. And he's working on another game with Mysterious JG, and once that one is done, I'm sure that they will go into another game. So, now that said, I think we've gotten through 3 games, him and I, while that one has been going on. Might even be 4 now. When I remember, like, near the end of the first game that he and I were playing, I was like, I've fallen behind on the other one, and I need to catch up one of these days. But I remember thinking, oh, that one sounds like it's almost done, and here it is, multiple games later, and it's still going. So, but do check that out as well. Retro Variety still ongoing on Fridays, although because of the mental health issues I've got going on, I might suspend that one. I do still want to do another. I do still want to get some more streaming in. There's a few games that I want to play. The new Zelda game on the Switch, I'd like to get playing. And in November, there is the HD 2D Dragon Quest 3 coming out, and then, of course, 1 and 2 will be coming out next year, so I'd like to play those. And there's a couple other games that I'd also like to play, rather than just, like, having it in the Monday slot. But right now, I think that evenings are a better... Like, it works out better for me in terms of, like, actually feeling up to streaming. So I'm kind of thinking about doing something like that. I might move the Friday night Lego building to Saturday night, and maybe move, like do some video gaming on Friday night. I don't know. That's just something that I've been thinking about the last couple weeks. As I've mentioned, I am dealing with quite a lot of mental health issues that I am working on, struggling with. Waiting to hear back from my doctor right now to try some new antidepressant medicine. That will hopefully help out, and if it doesn't, we'll go on to something else, because that's just how you do it. Unfortunately, it is one of those things where you basically just keep trying the medicines until you find one that works. So, but the stuff that I have been on, I haven't really noticed anything, and I've been off it for a couple weeks now, and I have not actually noticed any difference in myself, so I don't know that it was doing anything at all. So, we'll see. So that's what I've got going on there. But I do appreciate everyone's support and everyone being patient with as I deal with these things. There's a lot of things going on related to it, but some of it does tie back to losing my father 2 years ago. Some of it is definitely like just what's going on in the world right now, worrying about that. So hopefully soon these issues will be substantially less. But that is primarily what's going on. Of course, right now, Lego building is currently going on Wednesdays and Fridays evenings. This Wednesday, tomorrow, there will be no Lego building. AuldTaxi has been called into service, so I must give a ride to a family member. But Lego Friday will be continuing. We did just finish last Friday the motorized lighthouse, which is amazing. I really do like that set. It's a little expensive, but worth it. I don't know. I mean, it's that's going to be up to any individual person, but I definitely think that it's a great set. You're paying a lot for the motor and the lights and the battery box though, and that I don't like. Um, I'm not a big fan of like Lego's current electrical system. I really liked the old 9-volt system. I think it worked out really well and did a wonderful job. And you could do all kinds of stuff with it. And you could plug it into the wall too, which was really nice, which you can't do with the current stuff. After I got the batteries in for the lighthouse, I did decide to do a test, and I left it on continuously, and it ran for about 36 to 48 hours, somewhere in there. So not super long. But it did have a motor, and that motor might take more energy, more power than the lights. I don't know. But yeah, it's a lovely looking set, and with the lights off and it running, it looks really cool. So I do very much recommend that for anyone who is interested in Lego, likes lighthouses. It's really cool for that. Just want a really neat display piece that you can turn on and show people, especially when the lights are out. It's very cool. But this Friday we will be starting, and that was one of the goals on Twitch for one of the bits goals. Next up, we will be building the Orient Express, which was also a previous bits goal. We did achieve our latest bits goal, which was the Vincent van Gogh Starry Night set. So once a good opportunity to buy it from Lego.com, either good gifts with purchase or double VIP points days, something like that. Now I think there is a gifts with purchase going on right now. I should go look at that. Then I'll be making that order. And the current Lego set that we are aiming for is the Ideas typewriter, which I really do want. And I think it's going out of production at the end of the year. So I figured let's get that one now before it goes out of production. So lots and lots of good stuff coming for the Lego building. Retro, we will be going on Friday as well. Back to the Zoids game. And then, of course, Saturday, back for some more Spelljammer. And then that's our streaming schedule. So that's really most of what's going on the channel right now. As a reminder, the Secret of Monkey Island was one of our Patron's Choice polls. So this did complete over a month ago. Secret of Monkey Island was the winner. So that was for the PC game. The second poll, Patron's Choice, was for Final Fantasy IX. So Final Fantasy IX will be coming once we finish up Dragon Quest VIII. So Dragon Quest VIII will be immediately followed by Final Fantasy IX. I don't usually announce what games I'm going to play, but since these were the poll winners, you guys already know that they're coming if you've seen the polls, if you voted in the polls. So, that's coming. Speaking of polls, here in the U.S., we are a month out from Election Day, so please do make sure that you are registered to vote. Some of you have probably already gotten mail-in ballots, and if you're in a state that allows that, or you're going out of town on Election Day or something like that. So get those back as quickly as possible. That does get you off the various lists so that the campaigns don't need to go, they know you've already voted, so they don't need to contact you and say, hey, how are you voting? I say all this having not done that myself, and I'm going to vote on Election Day. So, but it's never busy where I am, and I can just walk in, and I don't go to a workplace. I work from home, so it's really easy for me to do that. But make sure that you're registered. There's been a lot of states that have been removing voters, especially those who haven't voted in like the last election or the last few elections. So if you plan to vote, make sure that you are on the list. And I know that's like with the hurricane that just moved through the U.S. South. From Florida up through the Carolinas. A lot of those places are, were hit really hard, and there's a big question on how that's going to affect voting. So hopefully those people, if you're in one of those areas, make sure that you are getting in touch with your local government officials for voting and see if there's anything you need to do. Maybe you can get mail ballots now. I don't know, but there might be some things because like I think North Carolina Asheville area was hit really hard. They still don't like a lot of them don't have power. Roads are out all over the place. There's a question on like mail delivery even. So hopefully infrastructure can get put back into place. And of course, like that probably also means that some of the normal polling places, schools and other buildings might have been, either destroyed or damaged in such a way that they can't have that. So that's a big worry. Hopefully, some stuff can be done down there. And there's charities to help if that is up your alley as well. I don't have a list myself, but there's a lot of good places you could probably contact or look at local newspapers and television stations down in those areas, and they probably have articles about the like reputable organizations that can help out. So hopefully things will get back to normal for those people pretty quick. I know it was a big nasty storm that hit them. I think some of the rain is still moving through my area now, but it's been basically nothing other than just like gray and overcast and rainy. Don't even have much in the way of wind here, so kind of lucked out there. But there was also a lot of ground to cover between, so hopefully those people down there, if you're a viewer of mine or you are a viewer of mine who knows someone in those areas, hopefully things will get back to normal pretty quick. So that's the main thing going on the channel. The only other thing going on, of course, is I didn't have a deity last month, but this month I did get it finished. Manzikorian the Philosopher, the other illithid deity who was unceremoniously killed in a second edition adventure. So I took that opportunity to indicate that he might be back for those who want him in their campaigns. He may be back, and I wrote up this deity entry with definite elements that allow him to return in a campaign for those dungeon masters who want it, and of course for those who don't, it's just as compatible. But if you like D&D, if you are running a campaign, especially in one of the existing campaign settings that uses a lot of the same deities across the board, Greyhawk, Forgotten Realms, that kind of thing, check it out. Might be some good information for you. And of course, Spelljammer, Planescape, those are also very, he's going to be very useful there. But go check him out. Always been one of my favorite of the evil Underdark deities. I've always found him really interesting, so I hope that comes through in that entry. But that's been what's going on the channel. I really do want to thank everyone who has been supporting me over on Patreon. Names scrolling by on the bottom of the screen. Really does mean a lot to me that you guys are still supporting me and are sticking with me, especially with everything that's been going on. Had a bunch of streams that haven't happened. Luckily, haven't had any real interruptions in the video series. The video series are always kind of what I consider my core primary stuff, so if I miss streams, I don't like it, but it's for me, that's a lot less of an issue than to miss the daily recordings. So even when I go out of town or something like that, I always try to make sure that I have videos for that. But for those who want to support me, you can head on over to Patreon. There's Ko-fi. There's also subscriptions on Twitch, Bits, channel memberships. Got these links all in the video description. Super thanks. I really do want to thank everyone who takes any of those methods to support me. It really does go a long way. I really do appreciate it. Helps keep me fed, keep my internet working, allows me to purchase games like Monkey Island and Xenoblade Chronicles 2, although I only bought the DLC for it. A good friend of mine bought me the game itself. But I do want to get, Dragon Quest III 2D HD and the new Zelda game on Switch. So it does go a long way to ensuring that I have the ability to do all of that and still have food. Food is oddly enough very important. Go figure. But I do want to thank everyone, and especially those who've been sticking with me and supporting me. Really does mean a lot. Thank you guys very, very much. And we'll be back in future videos and streams. And I will see you guys. I will talk to you guys next month for another channel update. Thank you very much, everyone. I hope your October, spooky October, goes really well. If you like spooky season, I hope it's a wonderful, wonderful spooky season for you. See you next time, everyone.